Just give me 1 minute here and I'll get started. Okay. So, hi everyone. I'm Isaac. I'm a price action trader following Al Brooks. I am not a teacher and I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm just doing my daily end of day review journal to test and improve my understanding of price action and market analysis, specifically on S&P Futures. So today is Thursday, May 14th, 2026. And so we will be reviewing for today. And as always, I'm using terminology that I expect the viewers to know, those viewers being from the Al Brooks trading group, because we are studying Al Brooks together. Okay, so starting from the top, here's the monthly chart. Bull move up, came down, found support here. Another bull bar up in April. And then this is the May bull bar. So still pretty bullish. Could come down, but would likely find buyers down here. Weekly chart. Nice set of bull bars here. I would suspect buyers below any of these previous bars. Excuse me. So if I was trading on this chart, I would just buy and then get ready to scale in if needed. Even if it came all the way back down here, it would just probably find support. I think bears still have work to do to make this go more sideways. Here's the daily ETH. Same thing. Nice bull move up. Okay, little channel there. Then went into another trend. Still very bullish. Bears not really making much money in comparison to the bulls. Like these pullbacks are not very good. Is it a small pullback trend? I only hear that term used on the 5-minute chart, but yeah, I could definitely see it here. Okay, so now for the daily RTH. Same thing, just not including the after hours bars. So still got open gaps. Yeah, even this doji here. Today's Thursday, so Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday's doji still had a bull body. And as I said before, not the world's greatest buy signal, but look at the context. Okay. Here is the 60-minute RTH. I still have the measure for this this gap over here. Was it here? Yeah, from the bottom here to the top here. And the 2.5 R was here, and it looks like we reached it, or maybe got just like really close to it, if I measured this correctly. Which often I just draw the line and drag it. I know you can make it more accurate by actually typing in the levels with your keyboard. But I didn't do that here. I just dragged the line into position. So for me right now, this is accurate enough. So I would say we pretty much reached it or got very, very close. Let me just show you something else here. Yeah. Trend line was broken. And then if we kept that same trend line, we tested the top of it before bouncing back down, going sideways. Okay. 15-minute ETH Globex. Okay. Okay, so we were sideways overnight. And we broke out of that. It was sideways, kind of tilted up over here. And then broke out into a really strong bull trend. Reached a measured move target. And then came back down before going sideways into the close. 5-minute RTH, and this is the chart where I take my trades. So I left this measure from yesterday. Today's Thursday, so Wednesday. Just on the Wednesday low. To the Tuesday's high. If we go back a little more, you can see the context. That was the measure yesterday. And there was a half R, there was the 1R, 1.5 R. That's if we used yesterday. If on Wednesday we used the Tuesday's high, but if we instead took this, there was this measure here based off of this. But anyways, I digress. Yeah, it could be either one. I had two different measures yesterday. The point is, market kept on going up today, and it did reach 4R. Or was it 3R? Yeah, it was 3R. Okay. So coming into today, 5-minute RTH, small gap up, and the bulls show acceptance of that gap. So we get a few bull bars here. Then we have a nice pair of bear bars. Probably coming back to test the halfway of bar 1 over here. I'm not sure. I didn't measure it. I just saw that bears are making money here. If they sold that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I think they made over 10 points there. So it kind of made me think this might be more sideways. Now, of course, the bull still carried up past this. And if the bears could, produce two nice bars like that, and the bulls can still pass it, that's showing strength of the bulls. So I think I had a measure based on these two bars. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So based on that leg. Okay, so yeah, I guess I moved that by accident. So so if we're using that for the measure, we actually got 2R there. What made me think that this was gonna go up further in spite of bars 5 and 6? Well, I kept on watching. Sellers above bar 7, nice bull bar. After that move, yeah, sellers above. Then buyers fading that, carrying this upward, starts to go up. Could it be a wedge top? What is that? What the next one will be? But then here I notice bar 11, 12, 13. It doesn't look very good for bears. Could be a small pullback trend. And so I felt it was worth it for me to get in long here. Especially here, like at the half R. If we're measuring on these two bear bars, the half R there just punched right through. It's a good sign. So get in long. Gets to the 1R. But then it keeps going. And on top of that, look at this bear bar 18. How much money did the bears really make there? Well, not much. So, no reason in my mind to get out of longs. Just keep on going. Okay. Yeah, of course, there was a pause around. If we're looking at this bigger move, going from yesterday, that's 2.5R. Sorry, a 1.5R. And it keeps on going and going. And I noticed another thing. Yes, I drew the channel lines, but then I noticed this was kind of accelerating more and more. So it was kind of arcing upward, and so I didn't have this on the chart during the day because, as you can see, it would be very distracting. But just for the idea here, and this is not something I learned in the Al Brooks trading course. This is just something I noticed on my own before. Is that the market just arcs upward like that? So accelerates, and then it's too much. And that makes me think that at some point it's kind of like a roller coaster. The roller coaster climbs up and up and up, and then starts to slow down, and then it's going to crash. It's going to come crashing down. Now, of course, I did not short this over here. I had already made a good number of points with this move, and I just need some more experience seeing this pattern um, to really know how to manage it properly. But having said that, you can see these channel lines here. We went to the top of the channel. We hit that was 2R. Yeah, this was 2R, I believe, based off of yesterday's measure. And then 2R based off of bear bars 5 and 6. So it came down for 2 legs. So more of a trading range. We had a trading range into the close, but before that, I thought, well, what could be happening here? Could it be a contracting triangle? But of course, bars 56, 57, 58 past the high, this high here, bar 52, 53. So the idea of a contracting triangle was put to bed with that. And then I thought, well, could it be a double bottom? And then maybe it wants to crash down. Well, that idea was put to rest when we found buyers. Yeah, on bar 60, found buyers at the high of bull bar 56, and then went sideways. Couldn't pass through here, couldn't pass down. So there goes that idea. And then finally, the market started to go upward. And on top of that, I noticed. So this could be leg 1, leg 2. But at the time, before all these bars printed out, I thought, possibly subdivided legs, as Al Brooks says. So this could be leg 1A, 1B, and then I thought, pull back, then we get a leg 2. But then bar 55 found buyers in this area. Because I bet there were sellers above the high of this doji 47 and bar 48. Naturally, after this bear move here. But then again, you'll also notice there was a wick here. So bears did go down to these lows, like this close. So that was a bit of a red flag to me. Although the bears could still come in later. But anyways, they just came back down here, got their break even, and then the bulls continued up. And then again here, found support here above the high of bull bar 56, and that support held, and then we just went a little bit up, but then sideways into the close. Yeah, so that was my reading of today's market. So one place where I had a bit of trouble, and so I stayed out, was just deciding if I should short this, again, this arc. I won't pull it back here again, but remember this thing is arcing up, so it's kind of like accelerating more and more. Then it breaks past, so just imagine it goes like this, like the roller coaster, and then breaks out, similar to breaking a trend line. So right now I just don't know the probability of a crash down, or how to manage it right now. I have some ideas. Now, having said that, this did break the regular trend line anyways, so that was good news. Another reason I didn't sell here was because I look to the left, right? I mean, for today, for yesterday, for the day before, it's been really bullish. So, it just really made me second guess too much, and so I stayed out. Again, plus the fact that I already made good profits with this bull move up. Having said that, I would like to become more comfortable working with, I don't know what you would call this, like an arc pattern like that. Again, mentioned something about a wedge, but yeah, that turned out not to be a wedge. It was a true bull move up. And in fact, now that I think of it, just thinking out loud here. Oh, wait, let me... okay, first of all, let's draw this line for the wedge. So, like that. So, push 1, push 2, and push 3. Somewhere around there. And let's measure... oh. Yeah, that's the right one. Fibonacci retracements. I'm on Ninja Trader, by the way. Okay, so around there. Okay. So yeah, this wedge doubled. So that was a 1R. Interesting. Half R was around here. Yep, so that was a measured move of a wedge not being turned around. So third push up was successful. And we're also seeing now this this was about a 50% pullback. These two bear legs here. And this went back to around this area here. So this bear doji bar 11. Yeah, and 50% pullback. Had it gone to something like 75%, that would have been bad news for the bears. It would have definitely been trading range or major trend reversal. Yeah, other than that, where do I think we're going tomorrow? Let's look at the monthly, weekly, daily RTH. Well, for that, I think it's really hard for me to say right now until I see where we are, where the pre-market is trading at just before the RTH opens. Having said that, I still feel pretty bullish. I still think there's support, there's buyers below previous bars, so so I wouldn't think about selling. at least in the higher time frames. Of course, obviously on the 5-minute chart, that's a different story. But yeah, me personally, I'm feeling more bullish. Okay, so I will leave it at that for now. And any questions, comments, any feedback, anything I did well, anything I can improve on, in terms of my trade management, which I did not discuss too much of today. More so my analysis of the market. Please let me know in the comments or send me a message if you have me added on Discord. And I will leave it at that for now. So, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.